Chapter 38. Revering Buddha Amitabha and the Manifestation of His Light. The Buddha said to Ananda, "If you want to see the land where the Buddha of infinite life, purity, equality and enlightenment, and numerous bodhisattvas and shravakas live, you should face west, where the sun sets. Prostrate respectfully and chant Namo Amitabha Buddha." Ananda instantly rose from his seat, faced west, put his palms together, prostrated, and said, "I now want to see Buddha Amitabha of the land of ultimate bliss, make offerings to, attend on him, and plant numerous good roots." When Ananda was prostrating, suddenly the vast countenance of Buddha Amitabha manifested. His hallmark was majestic, like a mountain of pure gold, which stood over all the worlds. The unimpeded and uninterrupted proclaiming of the merits and virtues of Buddha Amitabha from the thus come ones of 10 directions were also heard. Ananda spoke, "The pure land of that Buddha has never been seen before. I also want to be born into that country." The world-honoured one proclaimed, "Those who are born there have honoured countless Buddhas and fostered numerous roots of merits in the past. If you want to be born there, you should single-mindedly seek refuge in that Buddha and admire him with veneration." When that was said, Buddha Amitabha emitted measureless light from his palms that shone broadly upon all the worlds. Instantly all the Buddha lands appeared clearly as if they were seen just a few feet away. This was due to the unique and supreme brightness and the extreme purity of Buddha Amitabha. There was no bright place which was not illuminated. The Black Mountains, Snow Mountains, Vajra Mountains, Iron Enclosing Mountains, the big and small mountains, the rivers, dense woods, the celestial palaces, and all the realms. It was like the rising of the sun, which brightly illuminated the whole world. Even the Niraya, valleys, and the dark and gloomy places were all lit up brightly in the colour of gold. It could be analogous to the Kalpic water that flooded the whole world. Everything was submerged and had disappeared. The only thing that could be seen was water that was vast and boundless. That Buddha's light was just like so. All the lights from the sound hearers and bodhisattvas were concealed. Only that Buddha's light was prominently outstanding. The whole fourfold assemblies, devas, dragons, and the 8 groups, humans and subhumans, all saw the various adornments of the land of ultimate bliss. Buddha Amitabha sat in his seat high above. His prestigious appearance was lofty and majestic, and his hallmark and light were bright and superb. The sound hearers and bodhisattvas encircled him with veneration. Like Sumeru, the king of mountains, which rose high above the surface of the 4 seas, clear and radiant, clean, even and smooth. There were no various impurities or contamination. It was adorned with numerous treasures, and the sages and worthies lived there together. Ananda and the assembly of bodhisattvas were extremely happy and joyously paid their respects to the Buddha by touching their heads to the ground and chanting Namo Amitabha Samyuk Sambuddha. Devas, humans, flying and wriggling creatures, whoever saw the light would find their illness and suffering eliminated. They would be liberated from their afflictions. They would do good deeds with a compassionate heart and be joyful and happy. The bells, musical stones, flutes, harps, and 23 stringed instruments all sent forth wonderful music without being played. All the gods and humans in other Buddha lands brought flowers and incense and made their offerings by spreading them up in the air. At that time the land of ultimate bliss was 100 billion Buddha lands to the west, but with the Buddha's awesome power it was seen as if in front of one. To those who had obtained the divine eye, it was seen as if it was a few feet away. It was the same for those in that Buddha land who saw this world. They all saw thus come one Shakyamuni in the Saha world, encircled by the assembly of monks and speaking the Dharmas. Chapter 39. Description by Maitreya Bodhisattva. At that time, the Buddha asked Ananda and Maitreya Bodhisattva, "Have you not seen the palaces, pavilions, ponds, springs, and dense woods, all replete with wonder, purity, and adornment in the land of ultimate bliss? Have you not seen from the realm of sensuality up to the heaven of Akanistha rain forth fragrant flowers all over the Buddha land?" Ananda answered, "Yes, I have seen those." "Have you not heard Buddha Amitabha's great voice proclaiming to all the worlds in order to cross over all the living beings?" Ananda answered, "Yes, I have heard that." The Buddha asked, "Have you not seen the multitudes of pure conduct in that country, travelling in the air, with palaces following them, without any obstruction, and making offerings to the Buddhas in 10 directions? And have you not seen them continuously reciting Buddha's names? Moreover, there are numerous birds dwelling in the empty space, and they make all kinds of sounds. These all exist by the transformation of Buddha Amitabha. Have you not seen all these?" Maitreya said, "As the Buddha has just described, we have seen them all." The Buddha told Maitreya, "In that Buddha land there are beings born from the womb. Do you not see them?" Maitreya addressed, "World-honoured one, I see that those in the wombs in the land of ultimate bliss are like those beings who live in the celestial palaces of Yama heaven. I also see living beings sitting in meditation inside the lotus flowers, who are born by natural transformation. What is the reason that some in that country are born from the womb, while others are born by natural transformation?" Chapter 40, The City of Doubt on the Borderland. The Buddha told Maitreya, "There are living beings who cultivate numerous merits and virtues with a doubtful mind and want to be born into that country. They still have suspicion and do not believe in such prajnas as unable to perceive Buddha's wisdom, inconceivable wisdom, inexpressible wisdom, Mahayana's vast wisdom, unequalled, peerless and supreme wisdom. They only believe in observing the 5 precepts, the 10 kinds of meritorious paths of action, and practicing the fundamental good deeds for rebirth into that Buddha land. There are some other living beings diligently cultivating good roots and who seek the Buddha's wisdom, universally pervading wisdom, matchless wisdom, and the vast, awe-inspiring, meritorious and inconceivable wisdom. They cannot bring about unwavering belief in their own good roots. Therefore they are still hesitant about being born into the land of ultimate bliss and are unable to concentrate on what they are upholding. However, they are still incessantly mindful of the Buddha. Summing up their wholesome vows, they can be born into that land. With these causal connections, these people can be born into that country, but they cannot go to where Buddha Amitabha is. They are limited within the city of the 7 jewels on the border of that Buddha land. It is not the Buddha who has made it this way, but their own deeds that lead them to what they are. There are also precious ponds with lotus flowers, and they are conceived naturally. Their enjoyment of food is the same as in the Triastrema heaven, but they are limited in their city and unable to leave the confinement. The houses they reside in cannot change in size as they wish. For 500 years they are unable to see the Buddha, listen to the teachings of Dharmas and Sutras, or meet the assemblies of Bodhisattvas and Shravakas. Those beings do not have high intelligence, nor do they know much of the Sutras. Their minds are not enlightened, and they do not have a joyful conscience. This is why it is said they are born from the womb. If living beings clearly believe in the Buddha's wisdom, and even the supreme wisdom, if they have eliminated doubt, and have unwavering belief in their own good roots, and if they have practiced all kinds of merits and virtues, and transferred them wholeheartedly, then they will all be born by spontaneous transformation in the 7 jeweled flowers, sitting in a full lotus position. In an instant, their hallmarks, light, wisdom, merits, and virtues will be like the Bodhisattvas who have been replete with accomplishments. Maitreya, you should know that those who are born by transformation are so because of their winning wisdom. Those born from the womb will not meet the triple jewel for 500 years. Understand the Bodhisattva's pattern of cultivation, practice their merits and virtue, or attend on Buddha Amitabha. You should know that such beings do not have wisdom in their past lives, and this is due to their doubt.